fucking lost the remote again. There it is. Right. It's Homebrew Wednesday again, the last one of this year. 2014, I think then. At least we don't have to write checks and fuck them up all the time. Anyway, 2014, Sjporr, the challenge has finished. And it has been declared the winner. Mr. Nate of Under the Table Brewing. Congrats to you, fella. And all the other Sjporr contestants, or even participants, which is the word I was trying to think of. I haven't had a drink yet. But yes, obviously all the guys in the finals were winners anyway, but unlike some people that came last, like me. Well, oh, don't worry. Christ. It's not very warm in England, but it's too bloody warm in this room. Luckily, I have a beer on chill, or off chill, just come off chill, with the Sjporr sort of in mind. And obviously, the old Kiwi's done rather well, coming second and third. Whiskey Amber Ale, 5.3% from Grant Baker. Good enough to send me one of his beers that he wasn't quite happy enough to enter into the Sjporr. I had the other one. Been far too long waiting for this one, but who knows? This might have not got him second place. Then again, it might be as good as the second place one. Might have got him first. You never know. He's probably saying no. Let's find out. Oh, she's got a good hiss. Thankfully it wasn't a gusher. Nice pour, good frothy head coming up there. Quite lively actually. This is the Whiskey Amber Ale, if I didn't already say that. It's filling the glass very well. A little too well actually. I've even got a Christmas themed glass if it'll show it up. Look at that. A Regal. Another bargain from work. Bit hoppy and malty. Slight hint of the whiskey there. It's chasing through. I don't normally do this, but there's a 2.5 finger head there. 2 inches of the head. That's how. Surprisingly bitter and a little bit of hot presence there. Probably a tad overcarbed. Whiskey, quite light and mild, although I'm finding from some of the guys that done the UK entry, it does pay not to go over the top on the whiskey. Or whiskey infused oak. There's not a whole lot of the flavour. Maybe it's because it's too old now. We'll have to have a keg line. Might need a few PSI to get all that way though. It's going to be quite gassy, I'm going to find out in a minute. Not a whole lot of profile. Lose me words and I'm disappearing in the dark. Camera angle. But yes, quite gassy. Not bad. Not a whole lot of you can smell the hoppiness on there. I can cut through it a little bit more now. But yeah, this wouldn't have got you second place. It's not a bad homebrew, but it's not going to set the world on fire. I've probably left it too long. Try to get that one down before it comes back up. Right. I have managed one brew this week. it's not. Sorry Martin and Andy. Told you it was gassy. Volkova. Schnapps drink. Not anymore. Ooh, needs a little bit of degassing. Smells a bit like Tizer Come Energy drink. It is the Young's Alcoshots, Alco Pop, whatever you want to call it. I got a quite good yield out of that. It's 3.8. I managed to get 3.2 after transferring it, as I kept the sediment totally still. Didn't lose any. Do the usual. I didn't do a video on it because there's a couple up of our UK guys doing the Alcoshots. It's a little bit on the harsh side. I done 320 grams of sugar. It says 6. Everyone whose comments I read on there who done it said far too much sugar, too sweet. So basically, yeah, I would agree because I didn't go 600 grams of sugar. It attenuated on Brewer's Fen, punched in the numbers at 98% attenuation, gave me 15.5% ABV. It's not too bad for a little gentle drink. I haven't put it on my optic because obviously it's quite, well, it's not quite sweet, but obviously there's a lot of sugar in it after. And I don't really want to have my optic going all sticky, because I have bought another one, which I was going to use on this, but I found a nice white rum to go on there, and a vodka to occupy the other two. Talking of bar items, optics and such like, you may recall I asked if anyone had got one of these Fosters, or I can't remember who else, but the tap's used for something else but with a different badge on it. They have a rather unique little nozzle on the end. No one responded to that, not that I expected them to, but you never know. Because the one I've got came with just that bit. And then you've got the secondary for topping off, making the head in the bottom, but you need the nozzle. Probably work like that. But I had a little search on the net, couldn't find nothing. Obviously it's a tap specifically made for Heineken or whoever does, I think it's Scottish and Newcastle on the tap, but it's not a generic tap you're going to find parts to. Because I looked and couldn't find a lot of information out about them, but you've got a little button at the top there you press down, which opens the valve on the secondary bit just to top off when you're pulling your pint. It's supposed to revolutionise Foster's beer. Don't think it worked. Anyway, I managed to pick another one up. Being that nozzles are about £3-4 a pop, time to pay postage even more. I managed to get another dog knocking the camera. Big fat black one this time. It's not a bone. I managed to get this for a tenner. So it was half the price of what one of them little nozzles is going to cost me, although if I can find another one of them, all well and good. So I've got a spare one, or an additional one, for the old bar build. So the only piece of the puzzle now I need is corny kegs and gas. Now I have inquired with my person that I first planted the seed in his brain about CO2. He went ahead and got CO2. The only problem is he does 5-year right of use for a cylinder at 120 quid. Plus whatever the cost of the refill is for a 6.37, I don't know what they are, pub size gas bottle, 6.37 kilos of gas. I think it's about 15, it's under 20 quid for a refill anyway. He also does, if you've got the bottle, nitro mix in the different ratios you can get, 30, 70, 60, 40. He will do refilling of other bottles. I don't know whether he's been trained in it, what training you require, but I went up there at the weekend. I couldn't see the guy have a chin wag, but his wife was there, so she wasn't really au fait with it. They will refill other bottles, but obviously I think they will require them to be in test. I only have acquired one bottle that's in test. My other alternative is obviously to buy a bottle with a 5 or 10 year test on it, and I'm good for 10 years. There is another company the other side of Norfolk, which is about a 70-mile drive each way. I can buy their cylinder, which is 85 quid, and has a 10-year right of use. Now whether it's got a safety test for 10 years, I don't know. And I could obviously get that filled locally rather than traipse all the way over every time I need a refill. Problem being, obviously only one bottle would mean a trek, so you'd really need 2 bottles so that you've always got one on rotation. So I'm still a little bit in a quandary over gas. Development wise at work, there is plans to build an extension to the shop, a restaurant, cafe and bar, but I'm not holding my breath on the bar, cafe, restaurant bit, because the shop's going to be another year, or during 2015, so the phase 2-3 bit is going to be a long way off, assuming I could get gas out of work, bottles and whatnot, which would be good. But where there's a will, there's a way. The other alternative is to travel even further, up to Doncaster. There is someone called Yorkshire Gas. Some of you guys up there may be familiar with them. They do a cylinder for 54 quid, but that's only got till 2019 test on it. But again, that comes full for £54. I could then get that refilled locally. Obviously I'd be good till the end of 2019. They also do a bottle with the dip tube in the bottom, so that you can obviously use that to transfer to fill other bottles. So, what are you eating? Sounded plastic. No, I know what it is. Sealing wax. Anyway, going back to there. Yeah, they do a bottle with a dip tube in, so I'm thinking, is it worth buying that one, getting it filled locally, and then using it to refill my bottles that are out of test. So I would basically go there, get a bottle, fill my bottle up, go back and refill that bottle. I don't know whether that would work. What kind of adapter you need to go from cylinder to cylinder? Have any of you tried that? Do any of you do it? I know some of them do it for the little CO2 gas cartridges for the air rifles. You can buy the CO2 tank with the dip tube to refill those, because they get quite expensive if you can find somewhere to fill them. So perhaps someone can answer those questions for me. Ooh. Bloody hell. Clean up. Wasn't paying attention, was I? Damn. You spoilt dog. That beer has come thousands of miles. Good job, the brewer is a dog lover too. He likes your beer, Grant. Oh yes, he likes that beer. So do I. That's a careless pour by me, wasn't it? I'll blame the glass. I've never used a little that style glass. Got all them add-ons. Anyway, I'm now wet and sticky, and not in a good way. So, that's it from me, guys, for this year, for this week. Told you it was gassy. So, wish you all good things for many good brewages for the new year. And we'll crack on. I'm back at work already, so no extended holiday for me. Hey, not like teachers. Only work 3 months of the year. Right, I've got to go. Finish that. Pisshead.